Alright, it's morning now. Well, far past morning. I was very busy this morning. But now I'm not busy. So let's get to this. Let's see. Let's make that interact script. We definitely need to make our own, methods that will basically be the method that's called when interacted with. In fact, I think there will be a use for update. I think update's gonna be what checks to see if it is being interacted with. And then depending on which character it's applied to, which we can have a field for that, we'll call it iWheelbarrow for interact to wheelbarrow. This is what will be called when you select the wheelbarrow. Alright, what if we had it interact with a game object that's just connected to the camera and just flashes over it? Kind of like the dialog box, how the dialog box is always there. And now just like that, the whole screen has been blacked out. Now this is the tough part, because if we just straight up did this, that's the kind of thing that could give someone a stroke. We want this to kind of ease in. In other words, we want it to be opaque, more so than disabled. And that's where materials can come in. We want to make a custom material. Okay, so that was the thing we needed to do. So let's go back to scripts, and we'll make yet another script, and call it the Blackout Script. Alright, let's have another look at the script here. Let's think about this. When I hit that check mark, the fade amount is set based on the blackout color, which, now that I think about it, I just changed it myself. It should probably set itself to this every single time it starts. So, starts this loop here, so we should do this. So that it's always reset. And then the new one is the same thing, but the different thing with that. Okay. Hey, there it is, it's working. It's very slow though. Let's go to Blackout. Let's drag the player in here so that we can control the player script using Blackout. Because here's a funny thing. While there's a scene transition, it might be important to, restrict player movement. Okay, so now we can fade in. Note that the player cannot move, and now that it is fully in, the player can move. Okay, but now we have a scene transition, so now we can kind of do stuff with the interactables behind the scene. Anyway, let's do interactable. Public void iWheelbarrow. Alright, so we need some sort of collider to make it so that we know when we can interact with it. Because obviously we're gonna have an input, like a key input, you use, well, technically you use WASD to move, you just use A and D. But if you want to interact with something, why not use the classic E key? So we're gonna have an E button in update here, where if this button is pressed and the collider all connected to the game object is activated, it will call a specific method from this script. So let's see here. What we want is we want to go to the wheelbarrow and we want to give it a collider, a box collider. We want to make absolutely sure that this box collider is big enough where the player can most certainly run into it. If enabled, this collider is used for triggering events and is ignored by the physics engine. Now, I'm trying to remember if that means I can walk right through it. I can walk through the collider now. But, because the player collider is now intersecting with this one, you know what, it probably works. It probably works. Let's apply interactable to the wheelbarrow. I think there's a special method for this. On enter, player contact equals true. However, private void on trigger exit player contact equals false. Now we can tell when the player is touching the object. How are we gonna set it to call a method? Oh no. How am I gonna get this thing to call a specific method when it's hard-coded to call a specific method? We could use a switch statement and have a public, like, integer to say, hey, if 1, run wheelbarrow, if 2, run this. Go up to the wheelbarrow and interact with it. I should probably tell it what the interact type is. Wheelbarrow. Hey, look at that. Okay. Since now we can label this as the wheelbarrow, it can interact with that. It can use specifically that method in the script. So that's how we're gonna control all of the interactions using this switch statement. Now we didn't have to do it like this. We could have just made a separate script for each sprite that you interact with, but I don't know. I felt this was more consolidated. So now, let's get the granny in here. Why not, huh? Let's get the granny in here. Let's push the player over here so he's out of the way. Now, fun question. Should we program a way for her to turn around when you walk by her? So that when you we'll go behind her, she goes like this? Eh? Should we do that? I'll think about it. For now, she'll just stay like this. Now, what we want to do is that when we talk to Granny, we want to make the wheelbarrow interactable. We also want the text box to show up and do some things, but I don't know how to do that. Let's do the whole story stuff first. Let's have it to where you go to the Granny, wheelbarrow is interactable, go to the wheelbarrow, fade to black, teleport player to in front of Granny, where we can trigger on more dialogue. But once you teleport to Granny and it fades in, we'll just have you move on. Like, just do all the story beats first, and then we can add a dialogue function later. So now the wheelbarrow will now fade to black. So fade out, and it doesn't return anything until it's done, so it shouldn't continue until it has completed the fade out. Okay. It didn't fade out, which is concerning. It works, but the problem is that it doesn't wait. Like, you can't get it to wait. That's probably why it does it so quickly. There is a way to wait, but I don't want to do it. I'll try it and see what happens. Alright, let's act as if we are just coming across the Granny. So we're coming up. Here's the Granny. Let's just decide, you know what, we don't want to go. Cannot interact with the wheelbarrow. Can't go any further. Okay, we gotta talk to the Granny. Talk to Granny. Hello, help please. Alright, now we could just go right on over and help. So let's do that. We're back. Thank you for help. I can no longer interact with Granny. The wheelbarrow is gone, and I can proceed. Okay. This does work. So that's that whole section done. Next, we gotta have the bear. Let's get the bear. Now this is going to be an interesting one because we want the injured sprite to disappear and be replaced with the normal bear sprite. So let's just slap the bear on here first. How do we give it multiple sprites? You know what, let's do this the lazy and easy way, huh? Why not? Call it sprite switch. There we go, we have a sprite array now. Hold up, did I make it public? I did make it public, but it's not appearing on the inspector, which means I have to put something above it. What did I need to put above it? It's like, was it an @ symbol and something else? Serializable! That's what it was. It was serializable, or rather serialized field. Now, element 1, bear injured, element 2, bear sprite. There we go, now we have 2 sprites that we can just use. Let's walk up to the bear, fix it, fade to black. Hey! It swapped. Now, This should work. Let's play. Alright. Interact. Please patch me up. I cannot move now. I hit the C button. He is now patched up. I can move again. Which technically I shouldn't be able to. I hit the C button. I am now on the other side. I cannot go in the river. Okay. This is getting somewhere. Patch me up. Here you go. I can move a little bit just before it stops me, but that's okay. Hit C. I am now across. And we walk up to the botanist who is over here. I think we're about halfway done now. Flip him around. Get him up on the ground. Yeah, we have 3 interactables here. We have the botanist, the monolith, and the zipline. Now this one's gonna be a little weird. Mainly because of the orientation. Well now, hold on a minute. We might be able to figure something out. First of all, the rotation on the Z-axis. Wait, nope, that's the wrong... Wait, nope, we want the Y-axis. I think that works. It does the same effect, doesn't it? Alright, now here's the next big thing. These two cannot be that close together. We do not want these two to be interactable at the same time. Oh my gosh, grab the player. Thank you. Let us see the capsule. That should be fine. That should be fine. Bring the camera over there a little. Let's re-enable the blackout. Okay. Okay. The stage has been set. So now, let's start giving out some interactables. Interaction type. Monolith. Sprite, it don't need one. Much like the wheelbarrow, this thing is just gonna disappear, or maybe it can be moved. Could scale it down more. Move it like over there. Give it that forced perspective. Can interact equals false. It should stop its own interaction. Okay. Let's see how that works. I'm pretty confident about this one. Oh my god! I wasn't expecting that. Why? Did I forget to trigger? I forgot to turn it into a trigger. Let me check the other ones. The other ones are triggers. Okay. God damn it, that was funny. Just the way it rolled. I can't do anything. Let's go up to the botanist. Hello, please help. Okay. Thank you for help. Can't interact with you anymore. Can't interact with you anymore. The monolith has been moved over. Out of the way. So let's keep going. Hubba-dooba-doo. Hubba-dooba-doo-doo-doo. Zipline is now interactable. Hold up. Wait a minute. How did this happen? Oh, I get it, because it's higher now. Okay. It's higher now. So this thing needs to be raised as well as opened. There we go. This thing I can just... I can put down a line or something. Can't go off the map, which is good. Okay. It's goat time. We're just gonna have the goat talk, and then we'll hit the button, just like with the bear, and... I don't know exactly what to do next. I think it's just gonna be another Fade to Black, just because of time reasons. You know, for the hell of it though, we could put a duplicate goat sprite up here. Or we could just teleport the goat. You know what, it would probably be easier just to teleport the goat up here. It would save on resources. It's just 2 extra lines of code. Let's do can interact false, since we're gonna teleport the goat to the top of the mountain. Which means it will be there to interact with. And here's where the fade in is, but before we fade in, we need to teleport the player, the camera, and the goat to the top of the mountain. And that's pretty much the whole thing. I just thought of something that would be kind of funny. What if this thing was super polished? We got it to look really nice, but then the transition for this is just... we be back out of the screen, the game window, and it's just video footage of the Unity stuff, and I just go click, click, just drop them up there, and then we go right back in, and you're at the top of the mountain. I don't think that's the first time that a game has done that, though. Save. Alright, so now let's try interacting with the goat. Hello, goat. Want up the mountain? Oh, I kind of like how the camera goes up like that. Oh god, look at the... the snow's not deep enough. That's fine, I could just extend the snow sprite. Also, the fact that I go left and my character here goes backwards is starting to finally get on my nerves, so I might do something about that. Why does it do this? It must be something else determining what my scale is. I think I know why it's doing that. Because the negative of a negative is a positive. That's why it's doing that. So, in other words, what we want is, we don't want local scale X, Y, Z, and all that. We just want 1.0 F, 1.0 F, 1.0 F. We want a concrete answer instead of a reference type of answer. And when I hit the A button, it's negative. Figured it out. Okay. That should be how it works. So now let's play, and now it's perfectly fine. See, doesn't that feel a little bit more natural than going forward and then walking backwards? Instead, it's this. Sure, I'm still sliding across the floor, but at least I'm facing the correct direction. Here I am, up the mountain. And I you know what? I gotta say, the camera panning up at that point is surprisingly cinematic. I actually really like that. We are now at the summit. What do you say we make the end barrier bear the summit interaction, huh? So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking what we do is we have to zoom out. We have to zoom out and capture this spot with the camera to interactable. Let's give it the typical setup, where this is a coroutine. I can't remember if I already mentioned this, but I've never been able to get coroutines to work. Like, ever. And I've tried multiple times. So the fact that all of a sudden I'm using more coroutines than I ever have, and it's all working, that's blowing my mind. This is one of the reasons I wanted to get it back into coding, is specifically so that I could relearn everything I've already learned, and learn some new things on top of that. And I figured doing it in the form of making a game I've never made before will help me figure out, alright, so I have to program this in a way I've never done it before, so time to get to learning more again. I want to see the other sprites. Oh, the goat's still at the bottom of the mountain, but I can't go any further. Unless... Uh-oh. He's falling over! What? Oh no! Where's it going? Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Here I go! The camera's trying its best to catch up. Oh my god. Where's the camera? It's somewhere. Oh, it's almost here. It's almost here. Where's... Ah! Oh my god, I love game testing. Let's divide it by 2.5. Errors. There. I forgot the F. I forgot that unless... if it is a decimal, it needs the F after it. If it is a whole number, it doesn't need the F. Oh, that works. I like that. Technically speaking, we're done. Let's take the player all the way back to the beginning. Let's go through the whole game now. Let's turn on the console. Hello, please help. Sure thing. Here you are. I can no longer talk to her. Let us continue. This bear is injured. Patch me up, please. I cannot move. Push C. Bear's fine. Thank you, I will help you across. It's C. I am now over here. Oh wow, look, I was slowly but surely outrunning the camera. Help. Please, you got it. There you go. Thank you for help. You are welcome, good sir. Make it here. Interact. I'm over here now. Let's go speak with this here goat. Up the mountain. I'm up the mountain. Bam. Then we have some dialogue. End game. Roll credits. There it is. The actual gameplay is now done. It is basically a walking simulator. It is a story-based game. You can make it all the way over here. The fade-outs, I wish I didn't have to rely on those so heavily, but unfortunately that's just how it works. But hey, that's the gameplay part done. Now, oh, that's not the position it's supposed to be. -10. There we go. When did it do that? Now, I'm still trying to figure out if we're gonna flip the scale between NPCs. I don't know yet. I think for now we're not going to do that. I think I need to make another script. Let's call it the dialogue script. We will, put it on the dialogue box. I think we can, in fact, store all of the dialogue in the dialogue script. Now, hypothetically, we could just use an array of interactable scripts and then just store each script reference in an array. So that way, instead of doing all of the dialogue handling in dialogue scripts, we just store all the dialogue here so that we don't have tons upon tons of strings in interactable. And then whenever we want to start using it, we just say, hey, call for this, and then it'll just use it. I just had a bizarre idea. What if you could change the sprite, open and close it, and you have an option to do both? So that way, if we call this and then we put in both of these, it'll do both at the same time. It will do the sprite first, so that way if you're opening it and someone else is talking first, it can change it before it starts. Let's just straight up fade in. Okay. That works at least. So let's look at the bear and see if the bear color changes. Because we'll know if the granny one works, because it will show up in the corner. But I want to see if all of these are affected or not, despite the active check mark and all that. Oh, okay. So this means that... Yes! Okay, okay. So, let's move away. Go to dialogue, fade out. All of them just faded out. So, the dialogue script stuff works. The for loop covers all of the sprites now, and it doesn't interfere with what's happening before and after it. And since this is happening the same speed and time as the initial fade, by the time fade out equals, like, by the time dialogue color is 0 or 1, all of the sprite profiles are, like, it works. It works, alright? Alright, it works. That's all we need to know. You know, enough of me explaining. It works. Let's just have a string array. Okay, so now we have, like, 50 things of dialogue we can use. I don't like the thought of putting it all in here like this. I'd rather hard-code it in the script itself than type it all up here, so that in case if something happens to the size, like, it's all just deleted now. We're gonna do simple temporary dialogue at first. But hey, there, you, what you doing there. Not seen you around here before. What even is this accent? But how do you turn a string into a sprite? That's something I have not thought of before. Oh, of course! I'm an idiot. Oh my god. After looking it up for a while, I just remembered that there is literally there are UI objects for text that I can just put on the dialog box. Make this lower. The font size should be much smaller. Let's just make it 18 for now. You know what? How about 24? What's 24 look like? 20. That's not 20. Okay, put that in there. So now we have a direct reference to the Text Mesh Pro box. And when we set dialogue, it pointer. And you know what? Let's do you one better. We'll make -1 an option. Pointer equals -1. Then I want to clear the text box. Walking through the woods that isn't here yet. Oh, hey there, what you doing there? Not seen you around here before. Hello, I've come in search for special artifacts said to be deep in the woods. Joyves, that old legend. I can point you in the right direction if you can help a poor woman out. I need to get this wood in me cabin, but me wheelbarrow's got a flat. Then it fades away. I'm speechless. That worked. That actually worked. I don't know what to say other than it worked. Okay, how about this? I have freaking 10 lines of dialogue here. You know what? To make it easier, we're gonna separate it like this. Might as well. The wheelbarrow dialogue. Alright, this is gonna take a while. Wheelbarrow's got a flat. Now it doesn't work at all. After that much time, use the dialogue. Like, what's the problem? You know what? It must be because it destroyed it deactivated itself. Maybe instead of deactivating it, we ought to just move it down, like, under the ground. Go through... Alright, so now the thing should just move down. And now it's down, and it works! Go, ma'am, all taken care of. Thank you, lad. Now I can survive the winter, the remaining winter. As promised, the way forward is across yon river. Pass there, ascend the mountain. A mountain? There's no mountain anywhere on the maps I found online. No, there probably ain't. But beware! What is it? What you seek does not exist, and many have searched only to have met the same answer. No, it's gotta be here. I need it. Surely the legends hold some truth. Oi, don't let me keep you. Safe travels. And now you can interact, and you can keep going. The first section has been complete. Ooh. Oh, I love it. And here's the bear, who just says, please patch me up. And then I'm over here. Okay. So, for the rest of the dialogue, I don't think I'm going to record it. Me programming the rest of the dialogue, mainly because it's just rinse and repeat. Everything I just showed you with the granny, I have to do the exact same thing for the bear, the botanist, the goat, and the structure. So I'll be back when if something notable happens. I have completed all the dialogue. In fact, I think the game's pretty much in a finished enough state. Like, it's finished enough where I am willing to release it as is. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch. I'm gonna play through this real quick. A test run, if you will. And we're gonna just see what happens. There are two more things I would like to do before making a build, and that is, one, find a way to relay the controls to the player, so that you know to interact with E and cycle through text with C. Hey there, what you doing there? Not seen you around here before. Hello, I have come in search for a special artifact said to be deep in the woods. It's that old legend. I can point ye in the right direction if you can help a poor old woman out. I need to get this wood in me cabin, but me wheelbarrow's got a flat. Please help me get the wood in the cabin. Yup. Here we go. Here you go, ma'am. All taken care of. Thank ye, lad. Now I can survive the remaining winter. As promised, the way forward to cross yon river. Pass there, ascend the mountain. A mountain? There's no mountain anywhere on the maps I found online. No, there probably ain't. But beware. What is it? What you seek does not exist. Many have searched only to have met the same answer. No, it's gotta be there. I need it. Surely the legends hold some truth. Oi, don't let me keep you. Safe travels. Shame that I couldn't do all the wood. It's kind of nice that I at least got the clearing done. Because lore-wise it makes sense. And then there's just a bear. Who's there? Hello. I have come in search for a special artifact said to be deep in the woods. Are you okay there? You're bleeding. No, I'm not okay. Something is wrong and I can't move. My cubs need me. If it's no trouble, please help me. Okay. I happen to carry first aid. Hang in there. This might sting. There, all patched up. You have my thanks. Now I can return to my cubs before nature takes them from me. Before that, hop on and I can help you cross the river. Thank you. One more thing. What you seek does not exist. Many have searched only to have met the same answer. There's gotta be more to it. Why would a legend be passed down only for it to be baseless? Very well, let us proceed. So now we're on the other side of the river. We move on through, and there's these weird obelisks. There's the botanist. Hey, who are you? Hello, I've come in search for a special artifact said to be deep in the woods. Who are you? I am a botanist who has traveled to these woods to grow special winter herbs for my clients. But of course I went and set up my grow beds next to the wrong statue. How the hell am I supposed to take care of my herbs if they are underneath these stupid rocks? I just realized I spelled there wrong. I need to... You know what, that's something I have to do immediately. Hold on. There you go, I fixed it. I just have to save it after I'm done here. Relax, friend. I am quite strong. I think I can push this monolith off your grow bed. Really? Thanks, man. How the hell am I supposed to take care of my herbs if they're under this stupid rock? There we go. We can talk to him again. We move the monolith. Wow, you really moved that. You saved not just my ass, but many of my clients as well. In return, I can help you cross the gorge up ahead. You may use my zip line. Thank you. One more thing. I have been here many times, and what you seek does not exist. Trust me, you think a doctor like me wouldn't have checked this out too? Well, maybe you missed something. Surely I could figure something out. Well, if you insist on moving on, I won't stop you. Thanks again for the help. Now you cannot interact with him again. So let us continue forward evermore to the zip line. We are now here. It's gonna look weird how there is no line, but it's fine. I'm sure people will get it. Goats. Greetings, traveler. What brings you to my mountain? Hello, I have come in search for a special artifact said to be deep in the woods. There really is a mountain here, huh? Yes, but very few can see it. The monoliths have allowed it. So, maybe I can find it. I can bring you to the top of the mountain, but you will not find what you seek. But you're here! Surely this is real! Surely I will find it here! Why else would this strange mountain be here? I cannot answer that. I don't know either. All I know is I'm the last of my kind and I must safeguard this mountain. And yet you will permit me to climb it? I will. Please hop on and I will climb to the summit. Okay, I will. Thank you. I will wait here. It has dawned upon me that we will not see any of the textures that I spent at least an hour on making for the side of the mountain. but that's fine. That's fine. You know, it's fine. And now, the coup de grace. Here, let me move the mouse. It's just a frozen pond and a monolith looming over. There's nothing in the pond either. There's nothing here. Nothing. It wasn't real after all. I can't bring my beloved back from the dead. What was even the point of coming here if it was never here to begin with? Your journey gives you purpose. What of that woman whose lack of warmth would have ended her life? What of the bear and her cubs when death's grasp was in reach? What of the botanist whose clients would suffer without his herbs? You may not have achieved your goal, but think, not thing, think. Good Lord, you saved many lives today. But my beloved, they won't be saved. They are in a better place now. You must accept death once it arrives. All you can do is briefly prolong it. Thank you for your words of wisdom. Come, let us descend the mountain. Yeah, I'm going home. The end. And supposedly when I hit C again, it's supposed to quit the entire application. Because I have it right here. Like, wait for C and then quit. Like, I am assuming this will work. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna force crash the game because I feel like that would be funny. Alright, so what do you guys think? Not bad. I think that the story is okay. The story is the bulk of the game, so I wanted to make sure the dialogue was okay. I kind of forewent the jokey dialogue, and you know what? Yeah, let's get rid of some of the jokes in here, like joives. People are gonna look at that and go, joives? What's that mean? Alright, this should do. Alright, you know what? I like this. Now that there's an actual story here, I'm feeling a lot more confident about this. Because I took a look at it and thought, lack of animations, poor graphical quality, like, lack of graphical quality, like, there's no forest here. But, I mean, I don't know, I gotta keep in mind that this is a game jam. It's probably gonna be full of unfinished, unpolished games. This is just gonna be one of many. And honestly, it has enough polish that I think I can feel kind of proud of it. So, there's that. I fixed up the dialogue. Really, there's not much else that I feel like I have to do. So, let's figure out how to make a build. I just remembered that there's like a whole build settings stuff. Oh, and and I should also mention, this is a problem. I need to set a resolution, or you know, that'll happen. So somehow I gotta figure out how to make a solution that's locked in the window so that you can't break the game. Resizable window. No. I do not want this resizable. Allow full screen switch. No. This is not a full screen application. Visible in background. That's fine. Allow access. It's probably fine. It's a suspicious file detected. It's fine! Although, for some reason, the good news, the file looks safe. We've blocked it because it was infected with IDP generic. What do you want to do? Create an exception. It's fine. Okay, so, first problem. This is not correct. Alright, here it is. It is not movable, so... Oh my god. It's so much slower in this window than it should be. This is so slow. Hey, old woman. Oh. This is ruining everything. Okay, so let me explain the problem. This is using screen space instead of world space. So here's what we're gonna do instead. Let's find a way to slap this directly on the box so that it doesn't have to move anywhere. So there it is. Okay, so that, I think that helps massively. Oh my fucking god, the corner wasn't real after all. And then the goat arrives. Your journey gives you purpose. Not bad. The resolution needs work. Bad. This is gonna be very tricky. We only have 7 minutes left. Oh boy. And I don't know exactly what I'm uploading. Am I uploading a zip file of the whole game? Zipline, go across. That's like one of the only visually animated sprites. It's just the quick tss. I almost want to add a sound effect to scare people. Just go pff. I have like the wooden door breaking sound effect. The zombie breaking door sound effect from Minecraft. They just go pff, and just freak everyone out. Upload, desktop, false object. How long will it take? I think it's gonna take too long. Here, let's watch it together. No payments. I don't want a donate option. This is a very... I would feel very guilty if somebody wanted to give me money for this. This is actually doing pretty well. It's uploading very quickly. How much space does the zip file even hold? It's 20 megabytes. That's not a lot. I think I could actually upload that. So yeah, behold how long it takes for me to upload 20 megabytes. The Brackey's Game Jam, which is this one that I've joined, ends a little bit past the 26th. Like, maybe this ends at maybe 6 AM, as it turns out. Yeah, submission's due in 5 hours. Okay. Whew. So this... Like, we have a little bit more time. The game has been uploaded. How do I submit this, anyway? Either way, it's here now. Hopefully I'll have the URL in the description by the time this video is released. And, you guys could play it. Because, you know, why not? Why not let you guys play it? You've sat here and watched me make it. I've uploaded the game. It'd be weird if I didn't let you play it, huh? So, yeah. This is my game. There it is. There it is. Here it is. Well, here's the thing, though. This is not over. I'm gonna take a small break, because this was quite the experience, do a speedrunning to get this done in a week. But I want to try and make another game. I think I've mentioned earlier, I have a game idea that's a bit of a homage to Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. And I kind of want to take that concept of running through 1,000 rooms and reinvent it to, like, do the same thing but with a twist and with different features. I have an idea I want to try for it, and expect videos on me making that at some point in the future. I'm not going to say a specific date because I don't know when. Like, I got a lot going on now that I got to catch up with because I spent a week doing this. So we will see what happens. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing, and remember, the Wasteland is watching. See ya.